When you think of chicken and dumplings, you think good, but not necessarily healthy, but we're going to change that today. Joining us is Michelle Anderson. Michelle, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Glad to have you here.
Great to be here.
First, tell me a little bit about yourself. Where you're from? You cook an awful lot?
I cook quite a bit. I've been a professional caterer in the past, but that's just one of many careers.
Okay.
I'm here in Maryland since 1988.
All right. And today you're going to cook a chicken and dumplings dish for us. Tell us what you call it.
21st century chicken and dumplings.
Okay. And there's also a personal story behind why you've created this heart-healthy chicken and dumplings dish.
Well, yes, there is. In October of 2008, I was diagnosed with multiple myeloma. And since then, I've been working very hard to keep my food intake healthy as possible. And this is one of the many recipes that I've developed.
Well, when you tell me about the ingredients here, tell me what it is that you put in this that makes it heart healthy.
Well, this is low-salt chicken broth, fat-free milk, low-fat soup, fresh vegetables, reduced fat, no trans fat biscuit mix. This is kind of for decoration, the salt.
Sure.
You know.
Or if you need it to taste.
And well, yeah, but
Sure.
and then skinless, boneless chicken.
Fantastic. So what do you, this is 21st century chicken and dumplings.
That's right.
It's really a great dish, and we want to get started right away. What do we do first?
Well, the first thing we do is find a pot with a tight-fitting cover.
Okay.
And we put 1.5 cups of the chicken broth into the pot. And I'm going to ask you to help me by opening that can for me. And we're going to put that whole can of
there we go.
low-fat chicken, cream of celery. It's cream of celery soup.
Okay, and low-fat again because we're making this healthy.
Right, and it is actually reduced sodium too. I was comparing the labels, and they don't talk about it on the label, but it does have far less sodium than the regular soup does. And we just kind of whisk this together until it's smooth, and we turn on the heat and bring it to a boil.
Okay.
And once it does come to a boil, then we're going to add our chicken.
Okay.
And that's 12 ounces of skinless, boneless. This is chicken thigh.
Okay.
Typically, I like to use chicken breast. It's a little less fat, but this is nice and juicy, so we'll go with the chicken thighs today.
Okay.
And then, once the chicken is in the pot, thank you.
Sure.
You bring it to a simmer and cover it up and let it cook for 10 minutes. And then you have time to put together the dumplings. Okay. Okay, and that's very simple also. This is just 1 cup of reduced fat biscuit mix, 1/2 cup of fat-free milk, a tablespoon of chives.
Love chives.
It gives a nice flavor. And then a tablespoon of dill.
And you can't go wrong with dill.
No, 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 not at all. And I'm just going to stir this up. And once your chicken has cooked for 10 minutes, and it's kind of it loses its translucence, you know. It
starts to change color, get opaque there.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Then while the simmering is still going on, you just put in your peas. Okay. It's 1 cup of peas, frozen or fresh, and 1 cup of sliced carrots. And I like to use those little mini carrots and just slice them up, you know. Sure. And then kind of give that a little stir to mix everything together. Then you put your dumplings on top.
And this is kind of your trick here, what you do.
Right, this is the magic part. Okay, now each dumpling is 2 tablespoons. So we put 2 tablespoons of the dough and just kind of space them around in the pot to give them a chance to spread out. And then once all of the dumplings have been added, you just have to cover up the pot, and you have to be very patient. You cannot open the pot. Okay,
so that's the key. Once you get those dumplings in the pot, seal it, and how long do you leave them in there?
You leave them for 10 minutes and give them a chance to dumple.
Okay. The dumplings have to dumple. I like that.
Okay, there we go. So that makes 8 dumplings. This is this serves 4.
Okay.
And it's nice because it's kind of portion controlled in a way. You have 3 ounces of chicken, have a cup serving of vegetables, because it's like a cup each of the carrots and the peas. And then the dumplings, each person would get 2 in a serving.
So 2 reasons that it's heart healthy, then the reduced fat and all those things, and then the fact that it's portion control
Right,
too.
exactly.
All right, so
I'm going to...
while you clean up there, we're going to show everybody the
Oh, we have one that's done here.
finished version there, and then we're going to get to taste it, which I can't wait to. So bring this over here. Smells really, really good. Smells good.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take the top off here. And look at how beautiful that is.
Perfect.
I think the dumplings have dumpled.
They did dumple. They definitely did.
All right, so let me grab some plates here because we're going to taste this. Here you go.
Or maybe we can use this.
Grab a fork or 2. Let me hold on to that.
Thank you.
Boy, that looks good, and it smells delicious. Oh, look
There's
at that.
chicken and
Beautiful.
veggies.
It's amazing. How does the dumplings do that? I mean, it looks like you made
That's
them.
the magic of Bisquick. I don't
It's
really-
great.
It's amazing every time.
All right.
There you go.
Here's a fork for you.
Thank you.
All right. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to try veggies, get a little bit of that, a little bit of chicken.
Ooh, it's hot.
That's delicious. And the vegetables taste so fresh.
Good.
That's fantastic. And heart healthy, you say?
Very much so.
I like heart healthy. That tastes good. Well, thank you very much, Michelle Anderson.
My pleasure.
I'm here with Melba Brown, and you are from where, Melba?
I'm from Laurel, Maryland.
And I am not going to say the name of your recipe. I want you to say it.
It's called Kiss the Cook Black Bean Soup.
Okay, and is there a story about that? Did you make up that name?
I actually did make up the name, and there is a story behind that.
Okay, well, we're going to get the story, but first we're going to get the recipe. All right, what do you have? What are the ingredients?
Well, basically, the ingredients are black beans that are soaked overnight, diced Yukon Gold potatoes, hickory smoked bacon. For this recipe, I use 7 slices, and they can be chopped or left whole. Chopped up yellow onions, sliced carrots, diced jalapeno peppers, fresh corn, celery, Worcestershire sauce, bouillon cubes, chicken bouillon cubes, and a variety of herbs. We have garlic powder, cilantro, thyme, curry, black pepper, salt, and of course a bay leaf.
Wow, a lot of good things in here, and a crock pot.
A crock pot.
So
yes.
how long is it in the crock pot?
Well, when I make the recipe, I usually cook it 7 hours in a crock pot on high.
Whoa, so you can start out and do a whole lot of things like clean your house and
Absolutely.
go to
Absolutely.
movies and come back and it's ready.
Absolutely.
All right,
Absolutely.
let's make some.
Okay, so we're going to start out with 1 package or 16 ounces of black beans. And then we're going to add
The
our
potatoes, now
Yukon
do
Gold.
they have to be Yukon?
They do not have to be Yukon Gold potatoes. They just happen to be a favorite of mine, and I really like them in this recipe because they really add to the texture.
Right, so don't have a different kind of potato because if it doesn't turn out, you say, oh, I used the wrong potatoes.
Okay, then we're going to take the bacon, and I'm just going to lay
And you're
it in.
sort of just putting one layer on top of another.
I am at this point. I'm going to mix it in a little bit, but what's interesting is everything's going to cook down and meld together, and you'll have little bits of bacon, little bits of tomato, but the blend is very nice.
Did you make this up yourself?
I did make
I don't
this
want to
up.
interrupt you as you're cooking, but you did make this up
I
yourself.
did. And then we're going to put
and
in.
are you a person who loves to cook?
I adore cooking. When I have several days off, I am in the kitchen cooking, and actually a family joke is how many cookbooks I own, which is...
You want to tell us? You want to tell us how many?
It's a couple of hundred.
No kidding, wow.
International cookbooks, I love it. Then we're going to add the jalapenos.
Well, Laurel, Maryland, it's not too far. We could all go there for dinner one night.
Celery.
And you said fresh corn.
Corn. It can be canned as
okay.
well. But I think fresh has a nice crunch that is maintained in this recipe.
And having it all ready like you do makes life a lot easier,
It
doesn't
does.
it? Being prepared. I guess all good cooks do that. Not like, oh, I need to get something, and you run and get it in the middle of everything.
We have a Worcestershire sauce and a nice variety of seasonings. And then at this point, it's really simple. Take your water, and you're going to pour it in. And what you're looking for is to cover the ingredients just a little, like that.
And that's it, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to do a little stir.
It looks beautiful, all those colors
It is.
together.
It's very
yeah.
colorful, and you have a lot of healthy ingredients in here. Okay, and at that point, I'm ready to put the lid on and set it up. You're ready to go.
All right, so now we're going to go all those hours later, and you have here some jasmine rice.
Yes, yes.
Why jasmine rice?
Well, again, this is another favorite of mine, and again, you can eat the soup alone, but it has another layer of flavor and texture when you serve it with jasmine
Well,
rice.
how about putting a little jasmine rice
Okay.
on those plates?
I certainly will.
And then the finished product is over here in this beautiful tureen, which is really nice looking. And I'm going to put it over here for you to ladle it out.
Okay.
And as you do that, I'm just kind of very curious about the name. I want the story.
Well, it's not what you think.
Oh.
A number of years ago, I volunteered at the National Arboretum. And at the end of the growing season, they had chili peppers, and they hosted a chili pepper cook-off. And so I entered the competition with this recipe using a variety of chili peppers, and it was one of the winning recipes. And so I was standing there when the judges tested the recipe, and I was a little nervous, but they were very thrilled with the taste, and it was like they were so excited they wanted to kiss the cook. So at that moment, it became Kiss the Cook black bean soup.
Well, I'm going to try it myself. It looks and smells absolutely delicious.
Good.
I understand why they wanted to kiss the cook. So if you want to have a delicious recipe and get kissed, this is for you.